Hey, OTR fans, this is Greg from An Evening of Old Time Radio, bringing you another OTR compilation, this time of 2 shows. The first one, Big Town, was a drama series that ran from 1937 to 1952 and starred Edward G. Robinson in his very first radio role, and later replaced by Edward Pauley. The show was about a newspaper, the Illustrated Press, that fought corruption in the city, with Robinson playing the editor, Steve Wilson. Claire Trevor and later Ona Munson played his sidekick, Lorelei. Now, the show spawned 4 films between 1947 and 1948, as well as a TV show that ran from 1950 to 1956. I should also mention, this comes as a suggestion by one of our subscribers, Jesus. Thanks very much. The second show, the First Nighter program, was a comedy/drama show that ran from 1930 to 1953 and featured various actors as Mr. First Nighter. The show took you along to the Little Theater off Times Square, and each week presented stories as if you were participating in opening night for each one. Now, the principal actors were Don Amici and June Meredith from 1930 to 1935, Amici and Betty Lou Gerson from 35 to 36, then Les Tremaine and Barbara Luddy from 1936 to 1943, and then Olin Sewell and Luddy thereafter. So here are 4 episodes from each show, Big Town and the First Nighter program, for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Extra, extra, get your illustrated press. Read all about the new Rinso. It's anti-sneeze and it washes clothes whiter. Extra, extra, read all about Rinso.
The new anti-sneeze Rinso presents Big Town, starring Edward G. Robinson with Ona Munson. Good evening, folks. This is Ken Niles. We are happy to announce that this broadcast is being made available to our armed forces based overseas. You know, an old proverb that I just thought of says, if you want a whiter wash well done, just leave it to Rinso. And how true that is. Why, those quick-acting Rinso suds are tough as nails on dirt and grime, yet safe for washable colors. And with Rinso, you can hustle through a load of clothes with as little as a 5-minute run in your washer. How's that for saving your clothes and easing up on your trusty machine? That washer's got to last for the duration, you know. And if I were you, I'd have it checked right now by a reliable dealer. And I'd certainly get the new anti-sneeze Rinso tomorrow. And now, Big Town. The makers of Rinso bring you the star of Big Town, Edward G. Robinson, as Steve Wilson, managing editor of the Illustrated Press, with Ona Munson as Lorelei Kilborn, girl reporter. Until recently, Steve and Lorelei have always been on the receiving end of the news in Big Town. Now we find them where news is being made, in war-torn Europe, grabbing headlines hot from the fire in Lisbon, Portugal. But before we join Steve and Lorelei, let's stop for a minute in Big Town, America, and find out what's going on there.
Get your illustrated press here. DC agrees to dismantle warships in Martinique. Read Steve Wilson's sensational dispatches from Lisbon.
Hello, transatlantic operator. Big Town calling Lisbon.
This is Lisbon.
The Illustrated Press calling Mr. Steve Wilson.
Lisbon is ready.
All right, Lisbon, just a second. I have Mr. Wilson for you, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh, that's swell, McNulty.
Boy, it'll be good to hear the boss's voice again. Can I listen in, Fletcher?
Sure, Hoagie. Grab that other phone.
Oh, swell.
Hello? Are you there, Steve?
Sure. You don't have to shout like that, Fletcher. Just like talking to Brooklyn.
I see. Well, here's what I called about. We've been getting some mysterious letters from Paris, all addressed to you.
Well, how can that be? No mail is reaching the United States from Paris.
Well, these letters are smuggled out and mailed in London. Oh, they're full of dynamite, Steve. Red-hot news about the underground revolt in occupied France. We've been running them in the Illustrated Press, and circulation's up 20,000 a day.
Well, who wrote the letters?
Well, they're unsigned, but they're written in English. And in every letter we find a certain phrase repeated over and over again. A phrase I think you'll remember. The words, by the same token. Who does that remind you of?
The same... Well, Art Mason.
Of course. Art Mason used to be our Paris correspondent. Remember how we used to kid him about using that phrase in all his dispatches?
Yes, you bet I do. Why, I haven't heard from Art since we got into the war. Now, since I burned the cables begging him to leave his beloved Paris and come home.
Well, he's using that phrase now to identify himself. He's still there in Paris and still sending. Steve, do you think you can contact him?
Oh, no, not from Lisbon.
Mm-hmm.
Lorelei and I will grab a plane for Vichy today. Maybe Art has an underground connection there, and I'll try to get word to him.
Well, swell.
Give our love to the gang. So long.
Well, goodbye, Steve. Take good care of yourself.
We'll try now. Goodbye.
And now, to Lisbon, to the headquarters of the Nazi secret police.
Captain Heinrich?
Yeah, Ritter?
We have just listened in on an interesting transatlantic telephone conversation between the American Steve Wilson and his newspaper, the Illustrated Press.
So?
Wilson and Fräulein Kilburn are flying to Vichy today. They will try to contact a man named Mason.
Mason? We could only lay our hands on him. Ritter, I want a complete transcription of Wilson's telephone conversation with America.
Your Excellency.
I also want to know the plane on which those reservations have been made. I'll call our headquarters in Paris. They may have some special instructions concerning our American editor.
Steve, have you ever seen so many planes from so many countries? So many people going so many places.
Well, there's been the one focal terminal left for what commercial air travel they still have in Europe.
Taking off, British Air Terminal, first runway. Riding, Deutsche Lufthansa, second runway.
British, German, and Italian planes side by side on the same field.
Yes, and elsewhere they're shooting each other out of the skies. Things happening here are implausible, illogical, and unbelievable, yet they happen.
Are you Monsieur Wilson?
Yes?
You are leaving for Vichy?
That's right.
There is a message for you in this envelope, monsieur. Read it when you get aboard the plane, then destroy it.
Wait a minute. Who gave you this?
You will know when you read it. Bon voyage, monsieur.
Airway Français, her runway. Destination Vichy, all passengers aboard.
Now, here we go, Lorelei. Oh, Stuart, is this the gate for the Vichy plane?
Oui, monsieur. We have so many passengers for this trip to Vichy that 2 planes are leaving. Your tickets?
Here you are.
Merci, monsieur. You have a last-minute reservation. You and madame are on the second plane. Come, I'll take you aboard.
There are a lot of passengers for Vichy. Most of them seem to be German.
Yes, I noticed that. With the vultures all flying in one direction, there must be a fresh carcass to pick. Here, careful of these steps.
All right, monsieur, madame. Your seats are numbers 1 and 3.
Thank you, Stuart. Our seats are up here in front, Lorelei. Well, there weren't many extra passengers at that. Except for those 3 men on the rear seats, we have this plane to ourselves.
I'm dying to know what's in that envelope.
So am I. Get this. If you're interested in art, advise you stop at Hotel Celestin in Vichy. Others interested in art will contact you. Try to get the picture entitled France Will Rise Again.
There's no signature.
You're interested in art. Wonder if that means Art Mason.
Of course it does.
Try to get the picture. You say in American slang that would mean try to understand.
Well, then, France will rise again. Must be a code.
You've hit it, Lorelei. Art Mason must have found out we're in Lisbon, that we're leaving for Vichy, and he'll try to contact us there. I think we've made the right move. Hello, Lorelei.
Hello.
Where are we now?
Oh, we're almost there. You've been sleeping like a baby.
Yes, so I have.
Look out the window. You can see Vichy ahead.
Oh, so that's the capital of France. Must have grown since I was here last. Hey, that's strange.
What is?
The lights are out all over the city.
You're right, they are. I didn't know they had blackouts in Vichy.
Well, it could be a practice blackout, although it wouldn't do them much good with that full moon overhead.
We're losing altitude, getting ready to land.
Hey, look here, there's something wrong, Lorelei.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, Vichy has no river running through the center of it. Since I've gone crazy, that's the Seine.
Seine, but that's in Paris.
Of course it is, man. Just where we're about to land in Nazi-occupied Paris.
How could that happen?
Well, that business of stealing us into another plane was a trick of some sort. The steward who showed us aboard must have been a fake. They put one over on us.
Exactly, Wilson. There's nothing you can do about it. Red Eye will keep an eye on them.
I am Captain Heinrich, the German military police.
Yeah, was it you who had this plane routed to Paris?
Yeah.
But why? We're not spies. We're American citizens, traveling from one neutral country to another.
Dangerous citizens who must be put away. While you were in Lisbon, you worked hand in hand with British intelligence. Also, we don't like the stories you send your American newspaper.
Well, you mean you don't like the truth? This plane is flying under the insignia of Vichy, France. If you land us in Paris, you'll be violating the laws of neutrality.
One violation, more or less, will not matter. You're under arrest for attempting illegal entry into a German military zone.
Well, you deliberately reroute our plane and then accuse us of an illegal attempt to get across the border. Well, that's typical Hitler logic.
The plane is landing here, Wilson. You'd better sit down. My orders were to deliver you alive. Please let me carry them out.
Where are you taking us in this car, Captain Henry?
First to our headquarters for questioning. You'll enjoy that.
Oh, I'm sure we will. What section of Paris are we passing through now?
The industrial district. At the factories on both sides of the street, Frenchmen used to make a famous French car. Now they manufacture bombing planes for the Third Reich.
But the factories are dark. Don't your slaves work at night?
Well, the Nazis worked them 14 hours a day, Lorelei. They have to let the poor devils get some sleep or they wouldn't be able to go on.
You've got enough, you two. Keep your mouth shut or we'll shut them for you. Donnerwetter. Engel, pull to the curb. Stop the car.
What's that whistle, Steve?
Sounds like an air raid alarm.
That's just what it is. The plane's overhead now. The British are raiding us again.
What, do you mean those are British planes in the sky?
Some of your American planes, too, you Schweinhund.
Well, your air raid alarm is a little late. In my country, we sound an alert before the final alarm is heard.
We have that too, but we also have French saboteurs who cut the wires. They welcome those British dogs. Get out of the car, both of you. We've got to find shelter. If you try any tricks, we'll shoot you down.
Keep close to me, Lorelei. This may be our one chance to get away from them.
Look out!
Are we alive or dead?
Alive, I think. Oh, it sounded as if the whole world were crashing around my ears.
Oh, it deafened me. I can hardly hear a thing. What happened to our friends, the Nazis?
The driver of the car and the guard got their tickets all right. They're lying out there on the street. And here's Captain Heinrich, laid out as neatly as you please.
Is he dead?
No, I'm afraid not. No, unconscious, that's all. Boy, look at those factory buildings burn.
Steve, there's some German soldiers coming.
If I see them, don't get excited. Just keep moving.
But where on earth can we go?
I don't know. Paris is crawling with Nazis. We may get caught any minute. Somehow we've got to find Art Mason. He's our only hope.
Steve and Lorelei as they escaped from the scene of a British air raid on military objectives in Paris. Two Americans in desperate need of a hiding place with enemies all around them. And now we find them in a cab being driven through the Paris streets.
Yeah, lucky thing we found a cab driver who didn't suspect my French.
Well, at least he didn't appear to. You know, he's a dear old thing. Did you ever see such a lovely mustache?
Makes him look like a walrus.
Oh, sweet old walrus. Are we being followed?
No. No, I don't see any sign of it. You never can tell.
Oh, ma chérie. You have arrived, monsieur. 422 Rue Washington.
All right, driver. You wait in the cab, Lorelei. This is the house where Art Mason and I used to share a room together. Probably isn't here anymore, but the landlady may know where I can find him.
Oh, look, Steve, there's a woman just going into the house.
Pardonnez-moi, madame.
Oui, monsieur?
I'm looking for Madame Ferron. Would you call her, please?
That would be difficult, monsieur. Madame Ferron is dead.
Dead?
Oui. She was among the refugees who were killed on the highways as they tried to escape from Paris.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. But what about her little son, Pierre? What happened to him?
I do not know. Pierre is gone, too.
Oh, poor little devil. Well, are any of Madame Ferron's old lodgers still living in this house?
No. German officers live here now.
Oh, France will rise again, madame.
Be careful where you say those words. Who are you?
I'm a friend of France. I'm looking for an old comrade, an American. Arthur Mason. You know him?
I know of him. He's not here now. Go to the Hotel de Capture on the Boulevard de Strasbourg. Ask the night clerk at the desk. That is all I can tell you.
Merci, madame. Hotel de Capture. This is it, Lorelei. The Hotel of the Four Sisters.
À votre service, monsieur.
Oh, are you the night clerk?
Oui, monsieur. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to locate an old friend. I understand he stopped here at one time. Perhaps he left a forwarding address.
His name, please?
Mason.
Mason. His first name?
Arthur. Arthur Mason.
Many people come here looking for Monsieur Mason. Some of them speak French with a German accent.
Well, I'm American. You can see that. Look, here's my passport.
Oh, oui.
This lady and I are in trouble, and we've got to find Mason tonight. We don't mean to do him any harm. Quite the contrary. We need his help.
I think I understand. Attention. Don't look. Continue talking to me. A Gestapo car has just stopped outside this hotel. The men inside it are watching you through the window.
Oh, I knew they'd find us.
Don't lose your nerve, Lorelei.
Don't lose yours. What are we going to do?
Attendez, monsieur. I placed the hotel register before you saw. You sign your name as if you were going to become a guest here. You understand?
Yes, I get you. We've got to make them think they have us in a trap.
Oui.
What happens next?
Now, I pretend to show you to the corridor which leads to your rooms. Follow me, please.
We're right with you. If we only had some luggage, it might look real.
But instead, I show you to this door, which opens to the back alley. I will get word to Mason.
Good. You tell him Steve Wilson is here. Tell him to meet us at Mimi's.
At Mimi's, oui. Bonsoir, monsieur, madame.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
God bless you. Come on, Lorelei.
Oh, that was a narrow shave.
Yeah, we're not out of it yet. Yeah, watch your step. It's as black as the ace of spades in this alley. What's the matter?
There's something lying here on the ground. I think it's the body of a man. I nearly fell over him.
Oh, wait a minute until I strike a match.
Don't light a match.
Hey, it's Scott. Who are you?
The driver of your cab, monsieur. Man lying on the ground. It's an agent of the Gestapo. He was waiting here for you. You will wait no more.
What did you do to him?
Does it matter? One Nazi less to bleed France. The cab is waiting at the end of the alley. Hurry.
Well, why should you risk your life to help us?
The Gestapo wants you. That is enough for me. Are you English spies?
No. We're Americans. We're hunting for another American. Good friend, Art Mason. We've got to find him tonight.
Here's my cab. Get in quick. You should have told me you wanted Monsieur Mason.
Well, how could we know you were to be trusted?
The little people of France are still to be trusted, monsieur. They are still fighting for liberty.
I believe that, driver. Take us to the park, the Bois de Boulogne.
But you told the clerk you'd meet Mason at Mimi's.
I know, that's where she is, in the Bois de Boulogne.
Boulogne isn't like a park at all. It's more like a forest.
Yes, you could get lost in here if you didn't know your way around.
But you said you were going to meet Art Mason at Mimi's.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't tell me Mimi lives here among the trees.
There's Mimi.
Where?
That broken statue of Psyche standing there in the middle of the pool.
Well, she certainly looks devilish, doesn't she?
Well, that's why Art and I called her Mimi. Used to meet here in the old days. We've hiked through these woods 100 times.
What?
And the clerk got word to him. I'm banking that he will show up.
Oh, I hope you're right. I've already got the jitters. I never did care for the woods at night. What's that?
Bonsoir, monsieur, madame.
Holy smoke, a kid.
Don't you remember me, Monsieur Wilson? I am Pierre, the son of Madame Perron.
Pierre? Well, I'd never know it. Well, you've certainly grown since I saw you last.
Oui. These days in Paris, a fellow gets to be a man very quickly. But I am 12.
I beg your pardon. This is Lorelei.
Hello, Pierre. Well, forgive me for saying it, but you don't look as if you get enough to eat.
I think I have never had enough to eat, mademoiselle. There are thousands like me here in Paris. Boys whose fathers and mothers have been killed by the Nazis. They call us the wild boys of the streets. I am the leader of my own gang.
Well, have you got your gang with you?
Yeah, never very far away from me. The Mason got word you were here. He could not come himself, so he sent me to get you.
Oh, you know where he is?
Oh, but of course. My boys and I, we work with him. We help to deliver his underground newspaper, La Liberté. We are working for Free France.
And you can take us to him tonight?
Oui, mademoiselle. At once. You go with me.
Just what we're waiting to find out. Quick, men, to grab that boy.
I've got him, Excellent.
Arnold, let me go.
Quiet, you.
Oh, you filthy beast.
These wild boys must be controlled, Fräulein. Their bite is poisonous. I trust you haven't forgotten me, Herr Wilson. Ich bin Heinrich.
I'll never forget
We
you.
lost you once tonight, but we won't lose you again. We trailed you from one place to another, knowing you'd lead us to Mason.
Oh, that's where you made a great mistake. We don't know where he is.
Ah, but the boy knows, and I don't think we'll have much trouble with him. We have methods that make even strong men tell all they know.
You can talk to me, but I will never tell you.
I think you will, gutter rat. Bring him along, Bender.
Jawohl.
You're coming with us, Wilson. You too, Fräulein. Our car is waiting down the road. Stop moving.
I'm where? Bring the car!
It's the wild boys.
Es sind Mammals in Excellent. They are shooting us. It's just a Bender. Fire on them. Drive them back.
Mademoiselle, now is our chance. Follow me. We will steal their car.
It's the Gestapo car. That's a swell idea. Well, you old scoundrel, Art Mason. Well, it's certainly good to see you again.
Same here, Steve. I never thought our next meeting would be under these conditions.
Well, it's quite an elaborate hideout you have down here, Art.
Yes, the catacombs under this old cathedral must have been built over 500 years ago. They've hidden many a revolutionary in the past. This isn't the first time France has fought for freedom, you know.
You know, Art, those newsletters you sent to the press created a sensation in Big Town. We've got to have more of them.
You'll get them, Steve. One of our workers will contact you regularly. Here's the code you'll use.
Thanks, Art.
Be sure you don't lose it.
No, I won't.
First, I've got to get you two out of Paris.
Well, I don't see how it can be done.
Well, it has been done. It's being done. You know, this is one of the stations on the underground route for smuggling refugees into the unoccupied zone. Well, it's about time you got here, Major.
Ik betaal hem meestal. Hoe stuur, eh?
Nein, kom hier rein.
Besten Dank. What is...
I want you to meet two friends of mine, Steve Wilson and Lorelei Kilburn.
Right me there. Say, what is this, Art? A German officer in uniform? What the devil is he doing here?
Tell him, Major.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Wilson, I'm as much of an American as you are.
You see, Germany has no monopoly on secret agents. Our men of the United States intelligence get around, too. I can't tell you the Major's real name, but he's just finished an assignment in Berlin and Paris. My job is to help him get out of here, into unoccupied territory. All we needed was a Gestapo card. We've got one now, thanks to you and Pierre.
We're leaving at once, Mr. Wilson. We? Yes, we have a German uniform for you. You'll be my military chauffeur. All you have to do is keep quiet. Oh, that shouldn't be difficult.
You'll have to be across the border before daybreak. Do you think you can stand another trip tonight, Lorelei?
I'm game.
Well, it won't be fun, exactly, and I can't promise it will succeed. You ready to change, Wilson? Yes, I'm ready. Look here, Art. Why can't you come with us?
No, Steve, my work is here. I can't leave my wild boys. They need me. I'll get word to you from time to time. Bye, old man. So long, Lorelei. Send my regards to all the boys in Big Town.
Slow up, Wilson. Into the border of unoccupied France. The last station under German military control. Sit tight, both of you. Say nothing unless you have to.
Your name, amigo?
Reinhardt, 3rd Division. En route to Vichy. Here are my papers.
Thank you, Herr Major. David, everything is in order, Herr Major.
Thank you. Proceed, driver.
One moment, please.
Huh?
We have a description of this car. It was stolen from the Gestapo last night in Paris. Wait till I see the number. Yes, it's the same. You'll have to come inside until I report this to my captain.
Oh, come inside. Nothing. We're late already. It's my fault, Herr Major. The car order for this trip broke down last night, and I found this one abandoned on the street near the Bois de Boulogne. Knowing you had to leave at once, I commandeered it in your name.
Oh, you stupid fool. You should have reported this to me.
My apologies to the Gestapo, Sergeant. Tell them I send their car back from Vichy, huh?
But I can't let you go on, Major. My orders are very strict.
My orders supersede any that you may have received. I'm on the business of Australia. I'm not to be delayed, understand?
But, Herr Major, at last, let him call my captain.
Get out of our way or we run you down. Drive on, you idiot. Drive on.
Yeah,
Herr Major. Oh, boy. I never thought we'd make it that far. It's a lucky thing for us. There were no commissioned officers out of bed yet.
Oh, I'm just about ready to collapse.
Well, we're in the unoccupied zone now. Keep going, Wilson. Don't worry, I will. Goodbye, Paris. I hope I'll see you again someday. Someday when you're free.
And now for the preview of next week's thrilling show. An adventure laid against the romantic background of Tangier in Spanish Morocco. A story of thieves matching wits with a dangerous spy. From the Wilhelmstrasse in Berlin, the news leaks out that Jason, the Nazis' master killer, is on the loose again. It's night in Tangier. A narrow alley between two high walls. Steve and Lorelei hidden in the shadows of a doorway.
We've got him, Lorelei.
You think he's still here in the alley?
He's got to be. There's no exit at the other end. He's hunting us just as we're hunting him. Now, no matter what happens, I want you to stay right here where you'll be safe.
Listen, I can hear someone scraping along the side of the wall.
You're right, he's coming this way. Get back.
There he goes. Stay where you are, Lorelei.
Please come back. It may be a trap. Oh, you fool, don't follow him into that dark room. What did I tell you? There's a snap lock on the door. I can't get it open. Steve! I knew it would happen. I knew it. Oh, they're hiding in there. What can I do? Help! Help! Steve! Is that you? Steve, why don't you answer me?
Was it Steve? Or was it Jason? Remember, that's the scene from the middle of the story, not the end. Same time, same station, next Thursday night. The music for tonight's program was arranged and conducted by Lee Stevens. This broadcast was produced under the direction of Crane Wilbur. All the names used in Big Town are fictitious, and any similarity to actual persons and places is surely coincidental.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town.
Extra, extra, hero about the angel of the street. Tonight's Big Town story brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap. Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner in your daily bath. Extra, extra.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town, the headline stories of a great city dramatically reported by Steve Wilson, fighting managing editor whose creed, as with all great newsmen, is emblazoned on the masthead of the illustrated press.
The power and the freedom of the press is a flaming sword, but it may be a faithful servant of all the people. Use it justly, hold it high, guard it well.
Now to Big Town, it is Steve Wilson's heartwarming story of The Angel of the Street. In Big Town, as in all great cities, all but lost amid the brassy clamor of its life, there walk in silence and in suffering angels of the street. And this is the simple story of but one, a flower seller in the theatrical section of Big Town. It began one chilly autumn evening as an elderly woman known as Violet stood shivering in the doorway, waiting for a young man to come out of a swank apartment house.
Johnny Nolan, wait.
What the... Oh, hello, Violet. Rotten night to be peddling posies. Why don't you go home?
I've never missed an opening night in 20 years, Johnny. My producer friends would think it was bad luck if I wasn't around selling my Violet.
They ought to put you in a payroll, Violet. You ought to shake 'em down for plenty.
Oh, Johnny, don't talk like that. You didn't used to talk like that before you quit night school and started running around with that no-good chick Larson.
Don't you worry about me, Violet. I'm learning the angles. Pretty soon, I'll be buying your violets. For luck.
Don't, Johnny. All the violets in the world won't bring you the kind of luck you'll need if you take up with Chick Larson and his racket crowd.
What do I got to lose? A punk out of an orphanage that some slug left $10 a week instead of a name? I wish I knew who he was. I'd shake him down till his teeth fell out.
Oh, no, you wouldn't, Johnny. You ain't that kind. You've been listening to that scum of the earth, Chick Larson.
What do you care, Violet? What did playing it straight ever get you?
Oh, Johnny.
Go on, peddle your posies. One of these days, I'll buy you that farm you're always talking about, where you can raise your own violets.
Not with that kind of money, Johnny. I'd rather die in the gutter of Big Town. I'd rather die...
Cut it out, Violet. You've been a pal, and you helped me out. You steered me into my first job when I got out of the orphanage. But I ain't gonna go on being pushed around for the rest of my life.
Don't do it, Johnny. If it's money in there to get started on something, I've got a little saved.
No. I'm sorry, Violet. You've done too much for me already. Now, leave me alone. Good night.
I got to stop him. I got to make Chick Larson leave him alone. Leave Johnny alone. He ain't that kind. They'll use him, drag him down, and...
Yeah? Oh, hi, Violet. What do you want?
I want to see Chick Larson.
Who is it, Lola, baby?
There's a lady to see you, Chick.
Yeah? What's she what? Very funny. Go on, mix some drinks or I'll smack your teeth for a real laugh.
Oh, cut it out, Chick. Where's your sense of humor?
I haven't any. I just got a thirst. Mix me a drink to get the taste of this posy pusher out of my mind, will you? All right, Violet, how did you get up here?
Up the service stairs. I knew the elevator kid would never bring me up the front way.
And Howie wouldn't. Well, what do you want?
I want you to leave Johnny Nolan alone.
Nolan?
Yes.
What's my deal with him got to do with you?
You're trying to ring him into your dirty racket.
Well, what's it to you?
None of your business. But you ain't going to mix him up in your crooked deals. You ain't going to get him in trouble. Get him sent to jail, you ain't.
No, well. Come over here to the head of the stairs.
You let go of me. Quit pushing me.
Shut up and listen, you rummy old posy peddler. Pushing dopes around is my racket.
I don't care what you do to me. Only you leave Johnny Nolan alone.
Well, it's good you don't care what I'm going to do to you. Because I'm going to learn you to mind your own business.
Let go of me. Let me go.
Sure. I'm even going to help you go. You sneaked up the back stairs, so I'm going to help you down the same way.
Steve, you got a minute?
Sure thing, Lorelei. Come in.
Come on in, Violet.
Thank you, Silver.
Hello, Violet. What do you... Good grief, what's happened to you? How did you get your face cut up like that?
Oh, it don't matter about me, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, wait a minute, Violet. Here, let me take your flower basket. What's the matter with your side? You keep clutching it. Have you been hit by a car?
No, I'll be all right. It's Johnny Nolan. I want you to help.
Johnny Nolan?
Yes.
The boy you befriended ever since he got out of the orphanage?
Yes. He's going to get in trouble, Mr. Wilson. He's bitter. They've been lying to him, making him bitter, trying to mix him up in their dirty racket.
Who's trying to mix Johnny in a racket, Violet?
Chick Larson.
Chick Larson.
Steve, isn't he the West Coast character who's supposed to be moving in on the Midtown Cafe operator?
Yes, but so far, the racket squad's hadn't a thing on him, Lorelei.
Trying to get Johnny to handle his books. Johnny's good at figures. He was going to be an account.
Well, Johnny's troubles can wait, Violet. You're hurt. Call a doctor, Lorelei.
No, I'll be all right.
Violet, let me touch your side. I've had first aid training.
No, it don't matter, Miss Kilburn.
What happened, Violet? How did you get bruised and cut up like this?
Well, I tried to make him leave Johnny alone. He pushed me down the service stairs.
Who pushed you downstairs, Violet?
Chick Larson.
Larson?
Steve, I'm almost certain two of her ribs are broken. There may be internal bleeding.
Get on the phone, Lorelei.
No.
Call for an ambulance. Get her to City Hospital.
Please, Mr. Wilson. I've got to keep them from dragging Johnny down in the gutter.
Now, you've done more than your part, Violet.
Please find Johnny, Mr. Wilson.
Now, don't worry, Violet. I'll find Johnny Nolan and Chick Larson and take it from there.
All right, see you once what, Lola?
What's the matter, Chick? Pushing that poor old dame downstairs wear you out so much you can't make it to the door?
No, baby. I told you to quit lipping me for laughs. Cokie.
Yeah, Chick?
See you once. Remember that posy peddler ain't been around. We ain't seen her.
Sure, Chick. We've just been playing gin rummy like that.
And that goes for you too, Lola, baby.
Quit twisting my arm, Chick. I don't have to take it.
You take what I hand out.
I want to see Chick Larson. Hold it, fella. Maybe he don't want to see you.
He'll talk to me or the police.
Oh, yeah? Who says so?
Take it easy, Cokie. Invite the gent.
Okay, Chick. Come on in, mister.
Thanks. So you're Chick Larson?
So I've been told. Who are you I got to talk to?
The police may want to ask you a few questions, whether you talk to me or not.
Yeah, what's the beef?
At the moment,
It's a simple matter of assault. But if your victim dies, it will be murder.
Murder? Chick, you
Shut up. Go make some drinks, baby. I want to hear this guy talk.
Want me to frisk him for heat, Chick? Put that goon boy on a leash, Larson.
Yeah, go cheat yourself a game of solitaire, Cokie. This guy kind of interests me.
Okay. But if he gets funny...
All right, big boy. It's a cinch you ain't a copper, so where do you fit?
We'll get to that. Where's Johnny Nolan?
Nolan? What do you want him for?
Someone who loves him very much is badly hurt and is asking for him. The flower woman you shoved down a flight of stairs.
Prove it, fella. I get 2 witnesses that'll say she wasn't
And I
here.
have proof she was here.
What kind?
This bunch of violets outside your door, crushed underfoot when you shoved her toward the service stairs.
That ain't proof of nothing. Anyway, what's it to you?
Just this, Larson. You picked the wrong person to shove down those stairs. Just a poor old flower seller, but a woman known to as the angel of the street. A woman with 1,000 friends, from the biggest big shot to the lowest moocher. And if she dies, your life won't be worth a nickel in this town.
You scare me, fella.
Where's Johnny Nolan?
Never heard of the punk.
Where's Nolan?
Try the phone book.
Listen, Larson. That poor woman may be dying because she doesn't want to live to see Johnny Nolan teamed up with you.
You're breaking my heart.
All right, Larson. You've had your chance. I'll find Nolan another way and leave you to my friend Inspector Callahan of Homicide.
Check. You ain't gonna let that monkey talk like that and walk out of here. Let me take him.
Not here, Cokie. Put that sticker away.
Yes, Cokie. And next time you pull a knife, don't rattle before you strike.
Thus, Steve, although failing to get a line on Johnny Nolan, has stirred up a deadly hornet's nest that will lead to exciting developments. And in a moment, we'll continue with tonight's story, The Angel of the Street. You know, one big reason I've been using Lifebuoy Health Soap all these years is that I always felt it got me extra clean. But now I've seen the actual proof, and it really is something startling. Because the doctors now know that Lifebuoy in your daily bath gets you cleaner. Stops BO as no other leading soap can. Yes, after comparing the effects of daily baths with different soaps, the doctors made this amazing statement.
Actually, you are cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap.
The doctors studied 820 scientific tests and discovered that it's Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient that makes the difference. And this same purifying ingredient actually makes Lifebuoy milder, safe even for a baby's tender skin. So enjoy that Lifebuoy bath every day. It's refreshing and mild. And Lifebuoy gets you cleaner. Buy some tomorrow. You'll be glad you did. Now, back to Big Town and Steve Wilson's headline story of The Angel of the Street. Investigating a brutal assault on Violet, a beloved flower vendor of the theatrical section of Big Town, Steve Wilson is trying to locate Johnny Nolan, an orphan the old woman had befriended since childhood. Now, following a clash with a racketeer responsible for Violet's injuries and who knows Johnny Nolan's whereabouts, Steve and Harry the Hack are watching the gangsters hang out.
Say, boy.
Say it, Harry.
Look, keep your eye peeled on that side exit to Larson's building while I watch the front.
Jack, boy.
Now, the rest of the rats are going to scatter. I'm hoping they'll lead us to Johnny Nolan.
Boss, that's a press car that just pulled up behind my hack.
Yes, the Lorelei.
She must have hightailed straight here from the hospital. What gives her a bile, Miss Kilbine?
Pretty serious, Harry. Internal hemorrhage. She keeps asking for Johnny Nolan. Have you located him, Steve?
No, he's not at his flat, and no one seems to know where he hangs out.
Well, what about Chick Larson?
Well, Larson isn't talking, but I threw the hook into him. And I'm hoping he'll lead us to Nolan.
Boss, a dame just come out of the side exodus, and she's coming this way.
Yeah, in a hurry. And looking behind her as if she's afraid she's being followed.
That's the girl who was in Larson's apartment.
She's crossing the street, heading toward the avenue. You want me to follow her, Steve?
Yes, Laurel, I follow her, but watch her step. I don't know how deeply she's involved in Larson's setup.
I'll be careful, Steve, and I can do better without the press car.
I'll leave it here. Harry and I may have to split up if Larson and his hop-headed stooge come out.
I'll get going, my lovely. She may grab a cab on the corner.
She won't shake me. I'll phone Fletch on city desk and leave a message. The man she likes.
What a gal, boy.
Yes. If only she wasn't so reckless. Careless of her own safety.
Boss, if you will excuse the personalities, them that live in glass hothouses should not throw shoes which fit.
Well, maybe you're right, Harry. I don't set a very good example, but heads up, Harry. Get under the wheel of your hack. Larson's on the move.
Is that him under the canopy with the skinny character healing like a bird? Hey, it looks like they're looking for a hat.
Yes, pull out, Harry. Cruise past. Pick them up if you can. Take them wherever they want to go.
Check, boss. And whilst while you will be doing what?
I'll be in the press car, Harry. Glued to your tail. Now get going. Let's go.
Gotta warn Johnny. There's no telling what Chick will do.
Yeah?
Oh, Johnny, it's me, Lola. I was hoping you'd be with Sam.
Yeah. Oh, what's the matter, Lola?
It's Chick, Johnny. Something happened after you left. Something you ought to know about.
Has he been slamming you around again, Lola?
Oh, no more than usual. But you're mixed up in this, Johnny.
How do you mean?
Well, I don't want to tell you over the phone. Can you come over here to my place quick?
Yeah, okay, Lola. I can be there in 5 minutes.
Make it quick, Johnny. Make it quick. Chick. Maybe he followed me. He said Cokie.
Yeah? Yeah, who is it? Miss Lynn. Miss Lynn?
Oh. Must be the girl across the hall. Chick. Oh. Oh, you're not... No, I'm not whoever you're expecting, but I want to talk to you just a second. Say, who are you? What's the idea of pushing your way into my apartment? To get a straight answer to a simple question. Where's Johnny Nolan? What do you want to know? Who are you? Well, it isn't important, but I happen to be a newspaper reporter. A reporter? Yes, I'm Lorelei Kilburn of the Illustrated Press. What do you want with Johnny? He wasn't there. Wasn't where? At Chick Larson's place when that poor flower seller was pushed down a flight of stairs? Say, how do you know so much? We know plenty, but we don't know where to find Johnny Nolan, and you're going to tell me or you'll tell it to Homicide at police headquarters. Homicide? Is Violet dead? No, but she's in a very bad way. Well, why do you want Johnny Nolan? He wasn't there. He left before it happened. Because Violet wants to see him. She doesn't want to live if he's going to get mixed up in Chick Larson's rotten rackets. Is that the only reason? Don't lie to me, Kilburn. Johnny don't give a hoop about me, but I happen to like him. Then where is he? He's coming here.
Hiya, Lola.
Oh, Chick.
Yeah, Chick. How come you took a powder when I told you to go mix me a drink?
I'm through, Chick. You mixed me in more than enough.
Nobody walks out on me, baby. Who's your snazzy girlfriend?
Just a friend, Mr. Larson.
What do you use for a name, beautiful?
Thanks for the compliment. Just call me Susie Q.
Just be beautiful, baby. Don't strain a brain looking me for laughs, kid.
I'll try to remember that.
You do that. Jot me down your phone number while I settle with Lola, man.
I'm getting out of town, Chick.
Sure, Cokie's picking up a car to take him.
Cokie? I wouldn't go to the corner with Cokie.
You'll go, baby. Get your hat. Dame always feels better with her hat on, no matter what happens.
I won't go. Get your hat, Lola. Let me talk to Chicky boy.
You keep out of this, plenty.
Chick, that's Johnny, but don't get this wrong.
Clam up. So you phone a Johnny punk, huh? I figured you dumb enough to do that.
Johnny ain't crossed. You ain't made a play for me.
Get in the bedroom, both of you.
Now, wait a minute, Larson, before you start waving that gun on your shoulder.
Get in there, both of you. I'll tend to this. Come on in, Johnny boy. The door ain't locked.
Oh, well, what's up, Chick? Where's Lola?
Shut the door, Johnny.
Oh, wait a minute, Nolan. Hello again, Larson.
Mr. Wilson, what are you doing here?
Wilson, the racket-buster newsie, so that's who you are.
Yes, Larson. And thanks for leading me to Nolan.
So you tailed me, huh?
A blind man could have trailed you here.
You got nothing on me, Wilson?
Nothing but an assault rap so far. But pull that ego crutch in the shoulder holster bulging your tux, and you'll buy yourself a one-way ticket to the chair.
What's happened, Mr. Wilson?
It's very simple, Johnny. This would-be boss of yours has nearly killed the best friend you'll ever have.
Who? Who are you talking about?
The woman who's looked after you since you were a kid in an orphanage.
Violet?
Yes.
What's happened to her?
She's in General Hospital because she tried to keep this rat from bringing you into his filthy rackets.
How bad, Mr. Wilson? How bad is it?
Bad enough she may die because she doesn't want to live to see you hauled down in the gutter with his snipe.
Larson, you rat. You dirty, stinking rat.
No, hold
Larson,
hold it, Johnny. Larson will keep. You're needed at General Hospital to tell Violet you're not going to team up with Larson or any other rat.
I'll go, Mr. Wilson, but first let me show this.
No. Don't be a fool.
Please.
Yes, don't either one of you be dopes.
Get away from that door, Larson.
Give me an argument.
We're going to General Hospital to give a woman the will to fight for her life.
You ain't going out of here and sicking the cops on me.
Let go of me, Mr. Wilson. I'll take that gun away from him and break every bone in his body.
No, Johnny. He's a cornered rat, and he'd tear you apart.
Yes, and the same goes double for you, Wilson. So lead that hero over to the bedroom door over there, and I'll let you guys join a couple of snazzy dames.
Mr. Wilson, he must have Lola Lynn locked in there. She phoned me from here 5 minutes ago.
Yes, and apparently one of my top crime reporters, Lorelei Kilburn.
So the other dame was a reporter, huh? Well, that settles it.
And I'll settle you.
Oh. Look out, Johnny. Nice going, but let me get this gun out of his hand.
Take it and let me finish him.
No, that's enough, Johnny. That'll hold him. Now let the law settle the rest of the score, Johnny.
If Violet dies, I'll kill him. She'll help me, I'll kill him.
No, Johnny. No. The law will take care of him, Johnny. Now, come on. Let's get the Lorelei and Miss Lynn out of the room.
Steve.
Yes, Lorelei. Just a minute, my lovely.
Did you take Larson?
As Johnny jumped in and held him while I pulled the snake's fangs. He's over there on the floor.
Is Lola okay, Miss Kilburn?
Yes, Johnny. I didn't have anything to do with hurting Violet. Johnny, I couldn't stop her.
Sure, kid. I ain't blaming you. Even for getting mixed up with Larson, I almost did. But what about Violet? How bad is she? When can I see her?
As soon as we can get you to the hospital, Johnny. She's asking for you. She's afraid you're going to the rackets and doesn't want to live if you do.
She won't have to worry about that.
Okay, Johnny. Give me a hand with Larson, and we'll turn him over to the police on the way to the hospital.
What about Cokie, Mr. Wilson? He's coming here to get me.
I think Cokie will be well taken care of.
Think again, Wilson.
Cokie!
How? If it isn't the knife boy to the rescue.
Yeah, Wilson. Only this time I got me a gun, and try taking it, and I'll rip you open where you'll spill all over the joint.
I won't have to take it away from you, Cokie.
Come on, Wilson. Try it. I got a personal score to settle with you.
Include me, Cokie.
Keep out of this, Johnny. You're needed at General Hospital, but not as a patient.
You slugs ain't going nowhere. You snap Chick out of dreamland till he tells me what to do with you. Go on, Johnny. Work on Chick. Get him on his feet.
Go ahead, Johnny. Leave Cokie to me.
Yeah, come on, Wilson. Try taking this rod like you did my knife, and I'll pour it into you till you fall apart.
Thus, Steve faces a tricky and dangerous situation. And in a moment, we'll come to the exciting climax of tonight's story, brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap. Yes, it's an amazing statement, but doctors have proved it to themselves. Lifebuoy in your daily bath gets you cleaner than any other leading soap can. Yes, it's true. You are cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap. Buy some tomorrow. And be sure to listen at the close of this program for thrilling news about Lever's sensational Mercury a Day contest. Now, back to Big Town and tonight's heartwarming story of the Angel of the Street. And to Steve Wilson as he faces a hop-headed gunsel by the name of Cokie.
Come on, Wilson. Try to take this rod like you took my knife.
Don't try it, Steve. He's needle happy.
Don't worry, Lorelei. It won't be necessary. It's all arranged. Cokie is going to be taken care of in just a moment.
How are you going to pull it, Wilson? Come on, make a move. I'll even take my finger off of the trigger of this gun, give you a sporting chance to rush me. Come on, Wilson. I bet you 6 slugs to 1 punch. Come on.
All right, now, Harry.
Check. What?
Yeah, thanks, Harry. Pick up his gun.
Oh, that was beautiful, Harry. Thanks from all of us.
Oh, think nothing of him, Miss Kilpain.
Steve, did you know for certain Harry was standing right behind Cokie outside that door?
Yes, well, I didn't see Harry, but I saw a hand holding his upholstered monkey wrench, and that was enough.
Yeah, and if there is anything else, I will be glad to oblige noblessly.
Just phone the police, Harry, and watch these goon boys until they get here.
With pleasure, boss.
What about me, Mr. Wilson? I know I should have helped you. Should have gone to the police.
Well, stay here, Miss Lynn. Tell the police a straight story, and they'll give you every break they can. Come on, Lorelei, Johnny. Let's see if we can give poor Violet a break.
Oh, Johnny. Johnny, you came.
Yeah, Violet. Yeah, I got here thanks to Mr. Wilson. And don't you worry about me getting into the rackets.
Oh, don't do it, Johnny. Don't hook up with Larson or you'll end up dead in the gutter like your father.
My father? You knew my old man?
Yes, Johnny. He wasn't bad. Just stubborn like you. He wanted to get rich quick and got mixed up with a rum gang, and they killed him when he tried to pull out.
Well, then, it wasn't him that left enough dough for me to go to high school after I got out of the orphanage.
Oh, yes, Johnny. He didn't want you to go his way. End up in the gutter, in the street, like me.
Oh, wait a minute, Violet.
Yes, don't worry about Johnny, Violet.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, Miss Kilburn. I didn't see you there standing at the foot of my bed. Thank you for helping, Johnny.
We haven't been able to do a thing but bring you two together. But now the doctors say you're going to be all right. How about giving Johnny a chance to thank the one person to whom he owes everything?
No, Mr. Wilson. Let it stay like it's been.
What is it, Violet? What are you and Mr. Wilson talking about?
Tell him, Violet. Johnny has a right to know.
No, Mr. Wilson. He'd be so ashamed.
Not if he's worth all you've done for him through all the years. He has a right to know his mother.
Oh, no.
My mother?
Please.
Violet, you're my mother.
Oh, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm just a poor old broken down flower set.
Sorry? I'm the one that ought to be sorry. Why didn't I get it? See it all the times you helped me out.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm so sorry.
Now, don't talk like that, Violet, because I'm the proudest guy in the world.
Oh, Johnny.
The proudest,
my boy.
Luckiest guy in the world.
Oh, my boy. My son.
All right. Let's go out in the hall.
Yes, Steve. They don't need us in here. Steve, how long have you known Violet's secret?
I wasn't sure until tonight, Lorelei.
Now you want me to phone Fletch on City Desk and give him the story?
Only part of it, Lorelei. Unfortunately, happiness doesn't make headlines in this hard-boiled town.
Yeah. Now, what part of it do I feed rewrite, Steve, and our readers of the Illustrated Press?
Just the fact that Larson and Cokie are going up the river for assaulting a flower seller by the name of Violet Nolan, alias the Angel of the Street. And so ended in a happy reunion of mother and a prodigal son, another big-town adventure of Steve Wilson and Lorelei of the Illustrated Press. And now, here is Steve Wilson with an important announcement.
Friends, if you haven't yet entered Lever's sensational $100,000 Mercury a Day contest, better hurry. The new Mercury is a wonder. And right now, Lever Brothers Company is giving away a brand new 1949 Mercury four-door sedan every weekday, Monday through Friday, for 30 days.
Yes, and that's only part of it. There are also $110 cash prizes every day. 3,030 prizes in all. These contests run through November 19th, so enter now and enter often. Each day's contest is one more opportunity for you to win that Mercury. Here's all you do. Finish the following statement in 25 words or less. I like Lifebuoy because. Put the name of your storekeeper on your entry, then send your entry with a Lifebuoy box front and your name and address to Lever's Mercury a Day Contest, Post Office Box 3, New York City. That's Post Office Box 3, New York City. Only residents of the continental United States, Alaska, and Hawaii are eligible. Free entry blanks with complete rules are available at your store. In tonight's dramatization of Big Town, all names, times, and places are fictional, and any similarity to other names and places is purely coincidental. Big Town features Edward Pauley as Steve Wilson, Fran Carlin as Lorelei Kilborn, and was written and directed by Jerry McGill. And now, Big Town bids you good night until next you hear the newsboy calling.
Extra, extra, hero all about it. The story of Steve Wilson and Big Town brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap, another fine lever product. Extra, extra.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town.
Extra, extra, hero all about the fatal chain. Tonight's Big Town story brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap, used in the homes of 40 million Americans. Extra, extra.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town, the headline stories of a great city dramatically reported by Steve Wilson, fighting managing editor whose creed, as with all great newsmen, is emblazoned on the masthead of the Illustrated Press.
The power and the freedom of the press is a flaming sword, that it may be a faithful servant of all the people. Use it justly, hold it high, guard it well.
Now to Big Town and Steve Wilson's headline story of The Fatal Chain. This is the ironic story of a piece of chain that linked the living to the dead. And it began at the entrance to a bank in the business section of Big Town. Began as the cashier of a large manufacturing company left the bank with a satchel containing the weekly payroll, chained to his wrist and to the wrist of an armed guard.
Wait a minute, guard. Let me make sure the lock on this satchel is set.
Come on, why worry? It's only a block to the plant.
Because I'm responsible for this payroll.
Okay, quit worrying. I'm handcuffed to this dough bag, same as you. And I got a gun to handle anybody with any ideas of taking it away from us.
Yes. By the way, what happened to the regular man your agency always sends over to guard me in this payroll?
Him? Oh, he's off today. He's sick. Come on, let's go.
All right. This trip always makes me nervous.
Sit right up and watch this positively amazing demonstration of the wonder of this age. This magic opener, this wonder worker, this lightning opener of articles of every sort. All right, now step up close and very close.
Them sidewalk guys sure work hard to separate the suckers from their dough, huh?
Yeah, they do. But let's get to the plant and watch that alley just ahead.
How come?
I've always felt if I ever got held up, they'd wait in that alley.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot. Come on, let's see how it'll work.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Come on, shut up or I'll blast you. Down the alley to that car.
What is this? You're not an agency guard. How did you get a badge and credentials?
I took them off the dope you was expecting. Come on, in the alley.
No.
My pals are waiting in that car.
No, you won't.
No, you dope.
Why did you have to plug him?
He grabbed at my gun.
All right, get him in the heap. Stell's driving. Let's get out of here.
You got a minute?
Always for you, Lala. Come in and close the door on those infernal teletypes.
The inevitable sign of exasperation. What has not been done, which should have been done, as Harry the Hack would say.
I've been talking to Callahan of Homicide. The mayor and the police commissioner have him on the grill over that payroll job this morning.
Oh, poor Callahan. Overworked and understaffed, and they expect miracles in 8 hours.
Did you get anything new at the bank? The factory or at headquarters?
No, nothing that leads anywhere, Steve.
What about the regular payroll guard? Is there any chance he was linked to that robbery?
Not a chance, Steve. His record is 100A plus, and he's in the hospital with concussion after the fight he put up to keep his badge and credentials.
Yes. What about the cashier?
No dice, Steve. Like Caesar's wife above reproach. And he left some of his blood in that alley before they got him in the getaway car.
How about the car? Stolen?
Mm-hmm. Abandoned near Water Street. No fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
But, Steve, I've got a hunch a woman was driving that car.
Oh? How come, Laura?
There was fresh face powder on the floor mat under the wheel. I think she got nervous waiting for the payoff and dropped her compact while powdering her nose.
I'll buy that. But it doesn't help much. Any new witnesses?
None who could add anything to the description of the phony guard handcuffed to the cashier in the payroll satchel. Just a big, hard-looking guy.
Yes, big town is full of them.
Well, how about your underworld listening post, Steve? Any likely bank or payroll artists on the lam from their usual hangout?
I've contacted several, a lot of things so far.
You know, it might be an out-of-town mob.
No, I don't think so, Lorelei. They knew their way around.
It's out of the wire, Steve.
Yes, this might be something. Hello, Steve Wilson, Illustrated Press.
Mr. Wilson, this is that too-perfect purveyor of paraphernalia, that handy-dandy dispenser of doodads, the one and only Barky the Box.
Hello, Barky. Haven't they run you in for selling those phony static eliminators?
I've discontinued that line, Mr. Wilson. The maker of that little item was a fraud. After exhaustive tests, I found it inferior to my expectation and, that of my customers.
Well, what are you hawking now, Barky?
Oh, a handy little dandy, Mr. Wilson. A magic can opener that'll open anything. I will even venture to say it would open a bank vault or a payroll satchel.
Payroll satchel?
Positively, Mr. Wilson. And I have a super deluxe model available only to you at a rock-bottom price in return for past favors. And if you'll hurry, it'll be available to you for the asking, absolutely free.
Thanks. Where are you, Barky?
In exactly 15 minutes, a quarter of an hour, I will have set up for business on the northwest corner of 5th and South. Now, hurry if you want one of my magic mystery openers with complete instruction inside the box. So hurry.
Thanks, Barky. I'll pick it up in 15 minutes.
You got a lead, Steve?
Yes, Lorelei, get your alleged hat. We're going to buy a magic can opener that may break this case.
Thus, Steve Wilson, through one of his tipsters on the fringe of the so-called underworld, is given a lead promising exciting developments. Doctors have proved it. Lifebuoy Health Soap in your daily bath gets skin cleaner than any other leading soap can.
Did you say cleaner?
That's right. Here's what the doctors now know. After comparing the effects of daily baths with different soaps, they made this amazing statement.
Actually, you are cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap.
How does Lifebuoy do it?
Well, here's the secret. Lifebuoy does more than just remove the grime and perspiration you can see. Lifebuoy is more effective than any other leading soap in removing the invisible dirt that may form a foothold for BO. Lifebuoy gets you even cleaner than the eye can see.
Cleaner than the eye can see.
Yes, after 820 scientific tests, doctors say that Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient makes the difference. And this same purifying ingredient actually makes Lifebuoy milder, safe even for a baby's tender skin. So enjoy a Lifebuoy bath every day. You'll love the creamy rich lather, the wonderful mildness. Get Lifebuoy tomorrow. Now, back to Big Town and to Steve Wilson of the Illustrated Press as he moves in to crack the riddle of tonight's headline story of The Fatal Chain. Following up a tip on a sensational payroll robbery phoned in by one of his many underworld listening posts, Steve and Lorelei Kilborn, one of his ace crime reporters, are on the way to a street corner rendezvous in the car of Harry the loquacious Hackey.
Say, boss.
Say it, Harry, but get us to the corner of 5th and West as quickly as the law allows.
Oh, we are practically there, Mr. Wilson. And while I am wondering if this may not be one of those contingencies in which me and my upholstered monkey wrench may not be of assistance.
Thanks, Harry, but we're just meeting a tipster who may have a lead on the goons who pulled that payroll robbery this morning.
Holmes is indulging in the precarious preoccupation of squealing on a group of characters who have already bumped off one guy to get 50 grand in extremely expendable letters.
The one and only Barky the Bark, Harry.
Holy moly, Miss Kilburn, that pitcher's sure taking a chance.
He's playing it cagey, Harry. He's making a pitch and selling me a can opener with the tip inside the box.
Well, even so, boss, how come he is taking such a chance squawking on the rub-out boys?
Well, I helped him out of a jam once, Harry. He's not doing it for a reward.
5th and West coming up, boss. You want for me to pull up right at the northwest corner?
Oh, stop short of the corner, Harry.
Well, there's Barky, Steve. He's got his stand set up, and he started his pitch.
Good. And he's rounded up enough of a crowd to cover our little transaction without exciting suspicion.
You want me to come along and buy a can opener, Steve?
No, Lorelei. Stay in the hack with Harry and keep out of sight. I'll go join the suckers and buy one as soon as Barkley winds up his pitch.
I'm about to demonstrate this here miracle of inventive ingenuity, this masterpiece of mechanical magic, this housekeeper's handy little helper. Oh, step right up, sir. You're just in time to witness the wizardry of an absolutely new and sensational way of opening cans. All kinds of cans. Observe closely now. A mere flick of the wrist and presto, bingo, zingo, and the job is done. Now, for the surprise I promised you folks. The price of this little giant is not $5, not even $1, but $0.25. 2 bits.
I'll take one.
A considerate family man who thinks of the little woman.
Thanks. I'm a bachelor, but I can use one just the same. Here's your quarter.
Thank you, sir, thank you. And for the best results, read the instructions inside each and every box.
Oh, thanks until you're better paid. I'll do that.
All right, now who else? Step right up, folks. Come on, get your handy-dandy magic opener. Only 25 cents. $0.25. Now hurry.
Did you get it, Steve?
We'll see in a moment. Wait till I get this box open.
Did he pass you any weight, boss?
No, Harry. It should be here inside the box.
Well, there's a slip of paper. What's it say?
I saw the stick-up and followed the pitch to the payoff, Mr. Wilson. There's 3 working the caper, 2 guys and a dame. They're holed up in the basement of 17 West.
Steve, that's in the next block toward the river.
Yes, and I think I'd better make sure they're still roosting, Laura.
Steve Wilson, you're not going to go barging in there alone.
No, I'll just scout the place while you phone Callahan.
I can phone from that drugstore right over there.
Good. Tell him the tip may be cold by now. The buzzards may have flown. But he'd better bring his homicide squad and tear gas in case he has to blast them out.
How about me, boss?
Drive into the alley, Harry, and watch the back of 17.
It'll be a pleasure.
But if they break that way before homicide gets here, don't try to stop them. Your trusty monkey wrench is no match for hot lead.
The same goes for you, Steve Wilson.
I'll be careful, Lorelei, but before there's a showdown, I want to know if that cashier who was chained to the payroll satchel and the phony guard is dead or alive. Let's go.
Come on, Rick. Never mind cutting open that satchel to get at that dope. Find something to get me loose from this dope.
You're the dope for plugging him.
Well, he grabbed my gun.
Why didn't you just slug him? Now you've mixed me and Stella up in a murder if the guy dies.
Can't we get a doc for him, Rick? All I could do was stop the bleeding. He looks almost dead.
Yeah, so get something to cut this chain. I ain't gonna like being chained to no dead guy. Get this cuff over my wrist and get this chain cut, do you hear?
Shut up.
Hey.
Now get hold, you big slob. This is your fault letting him throw the key to the cuffs away.
Oh, the dope you cased this caper. You'd have found out this guy never had no key to the cuffs on him. You'd have figured that if you'd been as smart as you think you are. You'd had a chisel or a hacksaw ready here in this crummy joint.
All right, so I missed a
Oh,
bet.
you missed a bet.
Shut up and quit blowing your top.
Rick, we gotta do something about this cashier guy. He ain't hardly breathing and I can't feel no pulse. He looks dead.
Never mind him.
But Rick, if he dies, they'll be after us for murder. You said there wouldn't be any gun stuff. I wouldn't have drove the car if I'd known there was going to be any killing.
Cut it out, Stella. You were in for whatever had to be done, and you're going to be in for whatever's got to be done from here on.
Get us sure if that guy dies, they'll never lay off.
They ain't going to lay off no matter what happens. So we got to get set to travel tonight, and I mean far and fast.
We won't get no place with me chained to a dead guy. Get something. Get me loose from this guy.
Shut up, Punchy. That's what we're going to do. Stella, get out of here. Go find a hardware store and buy a hacksaw.
What if I'm spotted, picked up?
Nobody saw you. Nobody's got a description of you. Now get going.
All right, Rick. But see if you can't do something for that guy. I ain't never been mixed up in no murder.
Well, you're mixed up now, baby, and listen careful before you get out of here.
It's like, oh, Rick, you're hurting my arm.
That's just a sample, baby. You try taking a powder on us, and I'll find you and wring your pretty neck.
Now get out of here. Get a hacksaw and get back here, but quick.
Steve, is that you?
Yes, Laura. I step in this doorway.
Any sign of activity in the basement of number 17?
I can't tell from here. The shades are drawn, but there's a light. Did you get to Inspector Callahan?
I had to leave a message. He's on the DA's carpet, but they'll get to him as quickly as possible.
Good. If the DA would stick to prosecutions and leave Callahan alone to do his job, we'd have better results in Big Town.
Yes, and I hope this isn't a dead-end tip.
Well, Barkey wouldn't take the chance of gangland revenge to give us a bum steer on a thing like this.
And I don't think anybody will suspect Barkey gave you the tip. And I, for one...
Watch it, Laura. My lovely, step back in the shadows. Someone just came out of the basement door of number 17.
Golly, Steve. It's a girl.
Yes. And we know from Barkey a girl was driving the getaway car, which confirmed your hunch about the spilled face powder.
She seems to be looking around to see if the house is being washed.
Yeah. Let's wait and see what she does.
She's coming this way.
Now keep back in the shadows. Let her pass.
Here she comes. Golly, you could almost have reached out and grabbed her. Why didn't you, Steve?
Well, it might have upset the apple cart and given the others a chance to get away before Callahan gets here, Laura.
But what about that girl? She's heading for the avenue.
Follow her, Laura, and I see where she goes and what she does.
Okay, Steve, are you going to wait here for Callahan?
Oh, this looks like the rats may be getting ready to scatter. I'm going to get into that building and find out what's happened to the cashier before homicide closes in.
Please don't go in there alone, Steve. It's too risky. There's at least two of them, maybe more, armed.
Be careful, my lovely.
Well, at least find Harry and go in the back way.
No, now, don't worry. I'll get Harry if I need him. Now, get going. The girl is almost to the corner, Laura. Now, don't lose her. She may be the key to this whole deadly setup. Now, on your way.
What's keeping that dame, Rick? Why ain't she back here with that hacksaw? What's keeping her?
Take it easy, Punchy. She ain't been gone but a couple of minutes.
Maybe she ain't coming back. She's scared of being mixed in a murder. Rick, maybe she ain't coming back.
She'll come back because she knows I'll find her and slit her throat with this shiv. If she don't.
Put away that knife, Rick. What's the big idea?
Relax, Punchy. Just gonna slash his satchel open and get a look at the dough while we're waiting.
Well, lay off. The dough will keep and we can divvy it up. If you gotta do something, find a hammer and chisel and cut this chain. That guy's dead. It's giving me the willies being chained to a dead guy.
Unwind, will you, Punchy? What's the diff if he's dead?
It makes plenty of diff to me.
Stay in it there, Punchy. You ain't going anywhere. Even if I was to let you, you couldn't go nowhere unless you carried that stiff with you. I got a picture of you getting out of town carrying a dead guy. How would you make it? Take a bus?
Save the gags, Rick. It ain't funny. And I'm getting a sneaking notion that you don't care if I ever get loose from this guy or not.
What's giving you that notion, Punchy?
You ain't half tried to get me loose.
Well, that's a tough chain, Punchy. I can't cut it with this knife. Of course, if you're in a real hurry to get loose, I could maybe get that cuff off your wrist, but you might not have any hand to speak of.
Cut it out, Rick. Lay off. Quit needling me. Put away that knife and think of something to get me
All
loose.
right, just sit back and relax till Stell gets here with a hacksaw.
I got a feeling she ain't coming back. I got a real notion she ain't ever coming back.
And I tell you, she'll be back. She'll be back because she wants her share of this payroll. Here, have a butt and relax while I slice this satchel open and see how much we got to split.
Nah, I'd rather have a drink.
Well, there ain't no drink. Here. Now, puff up and take it easy. Forget that guy there on the couch. Wait till I show you a handful of long green lettuce.
Okay, but look out you don't palm none of it, you wisecracking slug.
I wouldn't do anything like that, Punchy. We're partners, aren't we? Made a deal, an even split 3 ways. Of course, Stella ain't earned her share, and we could settle with her for less. A lot less.
Don't get that kind of idea with me, Rick.
You're the one that's got the idea, Punchy. I wouldn't have thought of it. Now that you put the notion in my head, it don't sound so bad. It doesn't. Hey, Punchy, look at the dough. Packs of nice, fresh dough right out of the mint. Payroll dough. Packs of 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. Easy spending dough, Punchy. There must be 50 grand in this set.
Leave it there, you slug.
Oh, listen to it make sweet music, Punchy. Listen.
Cut it out. Put that dough back. Quit smacking your chops over that stuff and do something to get me loose. I tell you, that Stell dame ain't coming back, Rick.
Yeah, Punchy. Maybe you're right. You're so sure of it, you're beginning to sell me. Beginning to give me an idea.
Get away from me with that knife, Rick.
Keep that rod in your shoulder holster, Punchy. You've used it once too many times today. Use it on me, you'll never get loose from that cashier.
Now I got a real notion you don't ever mean for me to get loose. You'd cross up your girlfriend, Stell. Why not me?
Put away that gun. Don't be nuts. I was only kidding.
Well, I ain't kidding, and I got a real idea.
What's the idea? What are you going to try?
I'm going to get this chain, tie it across the arm of this chair, and shoot open one of the links.
I'll be a dope. It won't work.
Well, it's worth a try. What have I got to lose?
Don't fire that rod. A shot in this stump will bring the cops.
Well, then you think of a better idea, quick.
Okay, give me that gun.
You slug. You dirty, rotten, double-crossing slug.
Shut up and sit down.
Give me back that rod.
Punchy, I'm going to give it to you right behind you. Yeah. Okay. Take the clip out of this rod. Now sit there and sleep that off a while. Get something to stuff that door and get out of here. Ought to be something in this dump. Some of that you?
No, and thanks for leaving this gun on the table.
Yeah? You're welcome to that rod, big boy.
Stay right where you are. I don't carry a gun of my own, and I'd hate to have to use this one, even on you.
Don't let it cut your sleep, Sap. That rod's as empty as a stumblebump's pocket. Go ahead and pull the trigger.
Yes, so I see. You removed the magazine clip.
Yeah. I got it right here in my pocket. I also got a knife. So let's have some conversation out of you. What's the grip? Who are you? Plainclothes flat?
No, just a newspaper man who tries to help the police trap rats like you. And your slumbering pal over there in the chair.
Oh, nosy, huh? After a story for your lousy paper. They'll get a story when they find you carved up in this joint.
You're pretty sure of that knife of yours, aren't you?
Yeah. It's quicker and quieter than a gun. I'm going to let you have a taste of it.
All right. Let's see how good you are with that knife.
Plenty good. How will you have it? Come and get it.
Thus, Steve faces a cunning and desperate killer armed with a knife. In a moment, we'll come to the exciting climax of tonight's story, brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap. Friends, it truly is amazing, but doctors have proved it. Lifebuoy in your daily bath gets skin cleaner than any other leading soap can. Yes, after comparing the effects of daily baths with different soaps, the doctors made this amazing statement. Actually, you're cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap. It's Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient that makes the difference. And remember, this purifying ingredient actually makes Lifebuoy milder, safe even for a baby's tender skin. So bathe daily with mild, refreshing Lifebuoy. Get some tomorrow, won't you? Now back to Big Town and tonight's headline story of The Fatal Chain. A tip on a sensational payroll robbery resulting in a possible killing has led Steve Wilson to a hideout in the basement of an old house on the south side of Big Town, where he now faces a desperate man armed with a knife.
All right, big boy, what are you waiting for? Come and get your carving.
I'm in no hurry. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'll be perfectly satisfied to keep you here in this rat-hole hideout with your unconscious pal and your victim.
What are you pulling, fella? What's the idea of stripping off your coat?
I'm going to use this coat to keep you from using that knife on me.
Yeah?
Yes. And to take that knife away from you if you make a break for that door in the hall.
Don't worry, pal. I'm not breaking for anywhere without the dough in that payroll satchel.
Oh, yes. You've paid quite a price for that money, haven't you? You've shot a man. You've double-crossed your partner and sent your woman accomplice out into the streets where she'll be picked up by the police.
How'd you know there was a dame in this caper?
The streets of Big Town have 1,000 eyes. And as many tongues. And your whole play was a stupid long shot that'll get you the chair for that cashier over there on the couch. If he's dead.
Never mind that dopey cashier, and I don't care about the dame. I'm hauling out of here with that dough, and you and that coat wrapped around your arm ain't going to stop me.
All right. Come on, get your lesson.
Wait a minute, boss. Leave me in on this.
Keep back, Harry. I think I know how to handle knife slingers.
Yeah, let's see if you do.
Yeah. Now, drop that knife. Open your fingers and drop that knife on the floor, or I'll have to break your arm.
Drop it. Okay, he's up. Beautiful,
boss. Positively lovely, but watch him. He looks like a slippery slug.
Hold still, you rat. You're all washed up.
Not yet, pal.
Pardon me, boss. Wow, what do you know? I hardly clunked him. He wasn't nearly as tough as he thought he was.
They really are, Harry. Without the gun and a knife in their hands. But watch him. While I see if there's anything we can do for the cashier there on the couch.
Holy moly, he don't look like he is in very good shape.
He isn't. But someone has made a crude attempt to bandage his wound.
Maybe the dame who was driving a car. I wonder where she is.
Well, she left here a few minutes ago. Lorelei's trailing her.
Mister.
Harry, this man is still alive. Get out of here and get a doctor. Phone for an ambulance.
On a double, boss. But how about this big ape in a chair and a slug on the floor? They are only temporarily incapacitated.
I think I can handle them until Callahan gets here. Get going, Harry.
Okay, I'll leave my trusty monkey wrench here in case you should need it. And look out that Dane don't come back.
I hope she does, Harry.
The money. The payroll.
Oh, take it easy, fella. They didn't get the payroll, but they got you, and you lost a lot of blood.
I'm responsible for that money. They tricked me. They switched guards on me.
We know that. It wasn't your fault. Now lie still and take it easy until we can get a doctor for you.
Who are you? What happened to those men and the girl who tried to help me?
Well, I'm Steve Wilson of the Illustrated Press. Now, the police will be here in a few minutes. And an ambulance for you. So just lie still and take it easy.
The girl. Be careful of the girl. She's going to get something to cut the chain. I pretended I was unconscious. I listened to them.
Don't worry. Just lie still. I'll take care of her. If she comes back.
I am back. Who are you, mister?
Well, hello. I may be the person who can save you from the chair if you put down that toy revolver and use your head.
So that dopey cashier ain't dead.
No, thanks to you. So don't spoil your chances by using that gun.
Don't give me that. I'm mixed up in this, but good. I'll get a big stretch no matter what happens.
Perhaps not. If you drop that gun and turn state's evidence.
Don't kid me. I'm going to get my share of that dough and
with
get
this gun, you don't. Take her, Steve. I'll get the gun off the floor.
That's nice going, Lorelei. I thought you'd be right behind her. Thanks. Hold still, miss. You've had your chance. Now, hold still.
Okay. All right, I'll play ball. I'll shoot the works. I'll tell the cops anything they want to know.
Sorry, miss. You had to make one more try to get your hands on that payroll. Now it'll be up to the police and the judge and jury.
What about that poor cashier, Steve?
He's still alive, Lorelei. Harry's going for a doctor. See if there's anything you can do for him, Lorelei.
Okay, Steve. Oh, that should be Callahan and his homicide boys.
Good. And as soon as they take over, get on the phone to City Desk, byline yourself a headline of this fatal chain of deadly circumstance.
So ended with the arrest and conviction of the ruthless payroll bandits and their treacherous woman accomplice, and the fortunate recovery of their victim, another exciting adventure in the newspaper career of Steve Wilson and Lorelei of the Big Town Illustrated Press. And now, before telling you of next week's Big Town drama, remember, your doctors have proved it. Lifebuoy Health Soap in your daily bath gets skin cleaner than any other leading soap can. Yes, you're cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap. Ask for Lifebuoy tomorrow. Friends, maybe you've been one of the millions of people who've climbed aboard the Freedom Train this year during its travels throughout the country. If so, you were privileged to see some of the actual documents that symbolize our American heritage. Let's all remember these liberties, won so dearly, are ours to defend as well as to enjoy. Now, as always, freedom is everybody's job. Next week, the makers of Lifebuoy bring you a hard-hitting story entitled Death by Plan. The saga of an escaped convict's fantastic revenge. Another exciting assignment in the newspaper career of fighting Steve Wilson of Big Town. Don't miss it. In tonight's dramatization, all names, times, and places are fictional, and any similarity to other names and places is purely coincidental. Big Town features Edward Pauley as Steve Wilson, Fran Carlin as Lorelei Kilborn, and was written and directed by Jerry McGill. And now, Big Town bids you good night until next Tuesday night. Same time, same station, when you'll hear the newsboy calling.
draw he roll about it. The story of Steve Wilson and death by plan, brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap, another fine lever product. Extra.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town.
Extra hero about Nightmare House. Tonight's Big Town Racket Expose, brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap, used in the homes of 14 million Americans. Extra.
Lifebuoy Health Soap presents Big Town, the headline stories of a great city dramatically reported by Steve Wilson, fighting editor whose creed is emblazoned on the masthead of the Illustrated Press.
The power and the freedom of the press is a flaming sword, that it may be a faithful servant of all the people, use it justly, hold it high, guard it well.
Now, Steve Wilson's headline story of Nightmare House. This is not the story of an ancient mansion peopled by ghosts of the past. This is the story of Bill Barton, his wife Helen, and their new house in the suburbs of Big Town.
Doggone it.
Oh, Bill.
Huh?
Oh, never mind, darling. You needn't have washed the dishes. I'm not that helpless.
Oh, maybe not, honey, but you've got a lot of things to do.
Yes, but I have all evening, and you'll be late for work if you don't hurry.
Oh, I'm almost done with what's left of these dishes. I would be, except the darn water's almost cold.
Oh, it's the heater, Bill. It's no good.
Yeah, like the whole plumbing system, the foundation, roof, and floors. We've been had, Helen.
Yes, and so is everyone else on Honeymoon Hill.
Honeymoon Hill. What a name. Nightmare Hill would be better.
Oh, but it could be a lovely house, Bill. You could only make Kane live up to his contract.
Fat chance of that.
Have you talked to him?
Yes, till I'm blue in the face. And so have the other owners. All we get is excuses, promises. And we're all through talking.
What are you going to do?
We're getting together. We're going to refuse to make any more payments until Kane finishes these houses according to contract. Copper pipe, waterproof cellars, put in standard appliances.
And supply doors.
Helen, do you realize that except for the storage room in the cellar, there isn't one inside door to any room in this or any other house on Honeymoon Hill?
Please, Bill, don't work yourself up so. I know it's bad, but at least we have a roof over our heads.
Yeah, that leaks. Honeymoon Hill. Well, Kane is going to find out the honeymoon is over.
Come into the back door, Bill.
You stay put on that stool. I'll see you later.
All right. But you worry too much. The baby isn't due for a month, and I feel fine.
You stay there and keep on feeling fine.
Hello, Barton.
Oh, good evening.
I'm Parker, Kane's new agent.
Parker?
Yeah. Mind if I come in? Want to talk to you. Evening, Mrs. Barton.
Good evening.
New agent for Kane, huh? Well, I hope you'll do more about our complaints than the last one.
That's what I'm here to talk to you about.
We're all through talking to Kane.
So I hear. I understand you got the folks up here on the hill together.
That's right.
And you're talking about not meeting your next payments on these houses.
If you want to call them houses. And it's more than just talk.
Now, look, Barton, this is serious business.
You're telling me.
You can lose this place and every cent you've sunk into it.
Not if we stick together and fight for our rights.
That's the point. Most of the folks up here won't stick with you. Just a few sawheads.
That's what you think.
Look, Barton, you're the leader of this movement. You started this, you can stop it.
I'll stop it when Kane lives up to his contract with us.
Now, look. Suppose we take care of you.
Me? How?
Fix up your place.
Look, Parker, are you trying to buy me off?
No. We'll just take care of your place first.
Oh, and the rest of the folks around here can wait until the cows come home. Is that it?
What do you care as long as you get what you want?
Get out of here. You're a dirtier rat than the last one Kane sent up here. Now get out before I throw you out.
Bill, don't lose your head.
Keep out of this, Helen. I'll settle with this rat.
Get smart, Barton. Listen to your wife or you'll lose your house.
I'll risk that before I'll sell out my neighbors. Now get out of here.
They'll sell you out.
I said get out of here.
You'll be foreclosed in a month, you dope.
Dope, am I? Get out.
Hey.
Tell Kane before we're through. We'll put him in jail.
Oh, Bill, you shouldn't have done that. They can make trouble.
Trouble? We've had nothing but trouble since we moved in. Now I'm going to make some trouble for Kane. We can't fight this thing alone.
But what can you do, Bill?
I'm telling the whole rotten story to a newspaper that fights our kind of fight. The Big Town Illustrated Press.
Steve, could you spare a minute?
Sure thing, Lorelei. Come in.
Come on in, Mr. Barton.
Thanks, Miss Children.
Steve, this is Bill Barton, and he has something on a rotten racket that I think you should hear about.
Hello, Bill. Sit down. Let's have it. Well, I haven't much time, Mr. Wilson. I work nights and I'm late for my job, but a bunch of my neighbors need your kind of help.
It's one of the infinite variations of the housing racket, Steve.
Oh, the housing racket. That again. Oh, I know it's an old story, Mr. Wilson. I know it isn't news, headline stuff.
It may not be headline stuff, Bill, but it is news, and important news, as long as the housing shortage exists.
I'm not the only one involved in this. There are about 20 families on Honeymoon Hill, and we've all been taken.
Honeymoon Hill?
It's a development owned by a man named Kane, Steve.
What's the main trouble, Bill?
Well, Kane let us move in before the houses were finished and hasn't lived up to his contract.
Now, that's an old dodge. Are you a veteran?
No, sir, but ambulance corps driver overseas. Kane financed the whole deal and made sure he didn't sell to vets.
Now, another dodge to avoid the protection given ex-servicemen by the Veterans Administration. What's the immediate trouble, Bill?
Well, we've got together, threatened to withhold our next payments until Kane lives up to his contract.
Now, wait a minute. Are you acting on advice of a lawyer?
No, but we're going to hire one.
Good. You've got to fight this thing by legal means, Bill.
Well, we intend to, but Kane isn't playing it that way.
Are you the head of the group?
Sort of.
Has Kane threatened you?
Yes, with eviction. But first Parker, his new agent, tried to bribe me.
Bribe you?
Yeah. Offered to fix up my place if I'd keep my mouth shut.
And sell out your neighbors.
Yeah. I kicked him out of the house. My wife is... Well, we're expecting a baby, and it upset her. I had to leave her alone. I'm worried.
Naturally, Bill.
Will you print the story? Will you give us a little publicity? Maybe it'll scare Kane into living up to his contract.
Of course we will, Bill, but Kane's type of operator doesn't care what's said about them once they have their hooks in a victim.
Yes, there's going to be trouble. That agent of Kane's is a rat. I wish Helen wasn't out there alone.
Don't worry. She isn't going to be alone, Bill.
But I work nights. I can't lay off and stay with her. We need the money to make our payments if we lose this fight with Kane.
You're not going to lose this fight or your home, Bill. Where do you work?
At the Big Town Electric Plant on the west side, and I'm late now.
All right, come along. You can give us the rest of the facts we need on the way to your job. Let's go, Laura.
I'm ready, Steve.
What are you going to do, Mr. Wilson?
We're going to have a heart-to-heart talk with your predatory Mr. Kane.
Hey, look, Kane.
What's the matter, Parker?
You got trouble. Plenty of trouble.
Sure. That's why I hired you, Parker. You said you was good at handling trouble, so handle it.
I'll handle it, but I gotta know a few things first.
Such as what?
Are you covered if anything should just happen to one of those cracker boxes up on the hill?
You mean insured?
Yeah.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Parker.
Never mind. You hired me to handle those suckers? Keep them in line, collect the installments?
Yeah, but listen.
Don't butt me around, Kane. I don't like being crossed. Now, there's only one guy going to give us any real trouble.
Who do you mean? Bill Barton?
That's right. He's lining up the others. The rest are sheep, but they'll follow him if we don't get rid of him.
Okay, foreclose on Barton if he don't pay up tomorrow.
That'll take time. We got to get him out of there before he organizes that bunch and they get a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. That'll cost me $2,000 a unit to live up to those contracts.
Yeah, $40,000.
That break me.
That's why you hired me. But this is going to cost you a bonus. A big bonus.
How much?
$5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah, $5,000 if I get rid of Barton and bust up the organized squawk.
Now, wait a minute. I ain't risking any rough stuff.
There ain't going to be any rough stuff. Nobody's going to get hurt. Except one of them so-called houses. And the way I'm going to handle it will cover up a lot of your crooked building shenanigans.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I ain't sure you ought to know.
You're my agent. I'm responsible for your acts.
Yeah. I wanted to be sure you knew that. Now keep your mouth shut when it happens.
What's going to happen?
There's going to be a fire up on the hill.
A fire?
Yeah. Starting in Bill Barton's basement. Accident.
Wait a minute. Barton's wife ain't well. She might get trapped in that house.
Relax. I'll make sure she gets out of that cracker box. Maybe I'll even rescue her myself and earn Barton's gratitude.
You better make sure of that, Parker.
Don't worry, Kane. I don't mind a little arson.
But I ain't mixing myself in a murder for $5,000 if I can help it.
All right. When are you going to pull it?
There's no time like the present, Kane. I'm going to pull it tonight.
Thus unaware that dangerous complications are in the making, Steve and Lorelei head for the suburbs to help Bill Barton. You know, some people think all soaps are the same. Not me. I always felt that Lifebuoy Health Soap got me cleaner somehow, and now I know I'm right. Because doctors have actually proved it in 820 scientific tests. Yes, after comparing the effects of daily baths with different soaps, these doctors made this amazing statement. Actually, you're cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap. Startling, isn't it? Well, here's the explanation. Lifebuoy does more than just remove the grime and perspiration you can see. Lifebuoy is more effective than any other leading soap against the invisible dirt that can form a foothold for BO. Lifebuoy gets you even cleaner than the eye can see. After 820 scientific tests, these doctors say that Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient makes the difference. And this same purifying ingredient actually makes Lifebuoy milder, safe even for a baby's tender skin. So enjoy a refreshing Lifebuoy bath every day. You'll like Lifebuoy's creamy rich lather, its wonderful mildness. Get Lifebuoy right away. Now, back to Big Town and tonight's story of Nightmare House. Learning that a group of new homeowners are having trouble with the owner, Steve and Lorelei are driving to the suburbs in the cab of Harry the loquacious Hackey.
Say, boss, this Kelpine.
Say it, Harry, but we hope we won't need the assistance of your trusty monkey wrench on this assignment.
Yeah, that is what you always hope, but you cannot always sometimes tell. So the offer stands as per usual.
Thanks, Harry. But hold the double negatives of doubt until we see if we can't get some positive results with a few well-chosen words of warning.
You better have those words ready, Steve. We just passed a sign saying Honeymoon Hill Development 1 mile.
You want me to drive right up to this here now, Honeymoon Hill, boss?
No, Harry. Bill Barton said Kane's office is at the entrance on the highway. Stop there if you see a light.
Yes, he's going to beard the lion in his den, huh, Steve?
Yes, call it meeting the jackal in his lair, Lorelei.
Coming to it, boss. That sign just said your dream house is waiting on Honeymoon Hill. Sign right, 500 feet. And this is it.
There's the office, Steve.
No, there's a light on. I'll get out here, Harry.
Check, boss.
You want me to go stay with Helen Barton until you come up, Steve?
Yes, Lorelei, but first see if you can get a few of their neighbors to meet at Barton's house in half an hour.
Okay, I'll do my best. What's your plan, Steve?
To get Kane up there for a showdown. And there'll be strength in numbers. Okay, get going, Harry.
Check.
We'll meet you at Bill Barton's house.
Let's see what Mr. Kane has to say for himself. Someone is burning the midnight oil. I wonder why.
Yes, who is it? Come in.
Thank you. Mr. Kane?
Yeah, I am. What can I do for you?
Nothing for me, Mr. Kane. But perhaps a great deal for yourself and the people who bought your houses up on Honeymoon Hill.
What do you mean? Who are you? What are you selling?
Selling? Just ideas, Mr. Kane.
Oh, an architect, huh? Well, I'm sorry, I make my own plans. Have ideas of my own.
Yes, so I hear.
What have you heard? Who are you?
I'm Steve Wilson of the Big Town Illustrated Press.
Oh, from the press. Sorry, I'm not buying any ads right now. All my houses are sold, and of course, when I start another development...
Quit ducking the obvious, Kane. We don't come miles out of Big Town to solicit ads in the middle of the night.
Well, who are you, and what do you want out here, then?
I'm Steve Wilson, managing editor of the press.
Editor?
Yes. And I want your side of the story that you failed to live up to your contracts with the purchases of your houses on Honeymoon Hill.
Who told you that?
That isn't important. I want to know if it's true before I publish the story. And I'm arranging a meeting at the home of the owners.
A meeting?
Yes, where you'll have a chance to answer the charges. If you can.
Well, where is this meeting going to be?
At the home of Bill Barton in about 20 minutes.
At Barton? 20 minutes, huh?
Yes.
Well,
Say, what's the matter with you? Why should that be important?
well, nothing. I just remembered. I've got an appointment. I can't go with you.
Wait a minute, Kane. The appointment you just remembered can't be as important as this one.
Let go of me, Wilson. I've got to meet somebody.
Not so fast, Kane. That somebody wouldn't be Parker, your new agent, would it?
That's none of your business.
I'm making it my business. Parker threatened Bill Barton this evening. Where is he?
I don't know. Let go of me.
Where is he, Kane? I want him at that meeting. He's your agent, and you're responsible for his actions.
I'm not. I don't know what he's going to do to the Barton house.
Do to the Barton house? What are you talking about? What's going to happen?
What do you know? Talk. I don't know. No.
Drop that inkstand, Kane.
Be alone. That'll hold you, Wilson. Now I gotta find Parker. I gotta stop him from setting that fire, or he'll send us both to jail.
Be silly, it's too soon for that. Besides, there won't be any treetops. Mr. King didn't plant maples and Well, that noise is in the cellar. I guess the lid must have fallen off the ashcan. Maybe Mrs. Thompson's cat's gotten in the cellar again. I better go see. Let the poor thing out. I hope this light switch works. Nothing else does. Huh, it does. I'd better be careful of these steep stairs. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty. Are you down here in the cellar, kitty? Oh, so you're in the coal bin. Come out of there, kitty. Come on out, or I'll...
Come here.
Mr. Parker, what are you doing here?
Shut up, you little fool.
Oh, go.
Shut up, you... Oh, try to bite me, will you?
What are you doing here? Why have you crumpled all those newspapers?
Never mind.
Fire. Fire. You're going to start a fire?
Yes. Passed out. Fainted. Now I gotta go through with it. I can't let her talk. Gotta keep her here. Yeah, this storage room will do it. Good thing Kane put a door on it. I'll leave her in there. Nobody'll know she wasn't caught upstairs when this dump goes up in smoke.
No, Harry, I think that'll be enough to suit Steve's plan, and we better go tell Mrs. Barton she's going to be host to a community protest meeting.
Yeah, she'll be kind of surprised. Which place is it?
The last house on this street. Better slow down, Harry.
Yeah. Some street. Bet you go down to the axles in mud if it rains.
Yes, another Kane's unhonored commitment. Oh, that must be the house, the white one. Pull in the drive, Harry.
Yeah. Right by the kitchen door, Miss Kilbride. And she must be home enough. There's lights burning all over the house.
I don't blame her. All alone up here in the hill, 100 yards to the nearest neighbor. I'll knock on the kitchen door.
The shades are up, but I don't see nobody.
I'll try again. Maybe she's in the bedroom on the other side of the house.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Miss Kilbride. Look at that little window down there next to the ground.
Good heavens. There's a light in the cellar, too.
Maybe she's down there fixing a furnace.
Oh, golly, Harry, she's not well. She may have gone down there and fainted. Look, I'm going to try to get in. This door's locked.
Well, maybe there's an outside door to the cellar, Miss Kilbride.
It should be on this side.
Yeah, and folks hardly ever remember to keep them locked. Maybe we can get in that way.
There it is, Harry, down the steps.
Well, let me go first, Miss Kilbride. I'll try the door.
Okay. Is it locked, Harry?
No, it's just stuck, I think.
Well, try it, Harry. Try to force it. I'm worried.
Yeah, something's screwy. Hey, the lights are out down here.
No. They were on a minute ago when we came down the steps. Harry, look out!
Oh.
Harry!
Come here, you nosy dame. Come on, come on. Get in there with that barking woman. Now, I really gotta get out of this thing done. I gotta get out of here.
Parker, wait. Wait.
Okay.
No, don't stop. Don't set a fire.
Too late. Get out of here, Kane. That fool barking woman caught me down here.
That doesn't matter. Stop it. Everything's gone wrong.
I'll say it has. Another dame and a hack driver showed up. I had to hit the guy with his shovel. He's laying over there. I think I busted his skull.
That doesn't matter. You can't set the fire now.
Why not?
A newspaper guy by the name of Wilson came to my office. He's called a meeting. The owners are all coming here in a few minutes.
So what?
I hit him with an inkstand. I knocked him out so I could get here and warn you.
Too late. I got a prison record. We gotta cover this thing and the fire will do it.
No. We both get sent up for arson.
Arson? I've been tagged for arson before, and I'm talking about murder.
Murder?
Yes, murder. That happy over there on the floor. I'll burn for it as the barton dame and the other woman talk.
Where are they? What have you done to them?
Nothing but locked them in that storage closet over there. But they ain't gonna talk me into the chair.
What have you got in that bucket, Parker?
Gasoline.
Gasoline?
Yeah, I'll make a torch out of this dump and nothing flat. Get out of here unless you want to stay here from now on.
No. You're not mixing me up in more murder to save your own hide.
Put down that coal shovel, Kane.
You put down that bucket of gasoline.
All right. Now, you put down that shovel. Drop it.
A gun. What are you doing carrying a gun?
I got the habit from working for dirty crooks like you. Drop that shovel or I'll drop you.
No. Listen, Parker, listen.
You fool. We could have pulled it off. Now you're going to stay here with those dames and take the rap for this fire. Paper and gas. This will do it. It'll give me the time to get away from here.
No, it won't, Parker.
Who are you?
I'm a newspaper guy, your partner in crime, knocked out with an inkstand, but fortunately he only stunned me.
Well, keep away from me or I'll do more than stun you with the rest of the slugs in this gun.
All right. I'll keep away from you if you'll keep away from that bucket of gasoline.
Sure, I'll keep away from it, you nosy newsy. That's easy, because you're going to pick up that bucket of gas and throw it on that pile of newspapers.
You murderous swine.
Shut up. Pick up that bucket of gasoline. Pick it up.
Thus, Steve Wilson is faced with a deadly dilemma. In a moment, we'll come to the exciting climax of tonight's story, brought to you by Lifebuoy Health Soap. I'm going to say something you may find startling, but doctors have proved it. Lifebuoy, with its purifying ingredient, gets skin cleaner. Stops BO as no other leading soap can. Yes, after comparing the effects of daily baths with different soaps, these doctors made this amazing statement. Actually, you're cleaner, safer from BO when you bathe daily with Lifebuoy than when you bathe with any other leading soap. It's Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient that makes the difference. And remember, this purifying ingredient actually makes Lifebuoy milder, safe even for a baby's tender skin. So bathe with Lifebuoy every day. Ask for Lifebuoy in the big new bath size. It's generous, luxurious. Get the new bath size Lifebuoy. Now back to Big Town and Steve Wilson as he faces a desperate killer in tonight's racket expose headlined Nightmare House.
Pick up that bucket of gasoline, Wilson. I told you, pick it up.
Wait a minute, Parker. Think it over before you go through with setting fire to this house.
What have I got to think over?
You haven't killed Harry, my hack driver.
How do you know?
I just saw him move and groan.
So what? I had to nail Kane with this gun. I'm primed for the chair, no matter what I do from now on.
You might get away with life. Even a self-defense plea because Kane tried to hit you with that coal shovel.
I'm not going back to the pen for life. I'm getting clean away. Pick up that bucket of gas.
All right, Parker. But won't it give you nightmares for the rest of your life to know that you burned 2 girls to death locked in that closet over there, helpless? And a third person is yet unborn.
Shut up. They got themselves to blame. Shut up. Throw the gas on that pile of newspapers.
All right, I guess there's no use arguing with a madman.
Shut up and throw that gas.
Very well. Here it comes.
Why, you dirty... Stop firing that gun, you fool. You're drenched with gasoline. Don't fire that.